Hey, here's your prophetess Elise, your intel girl in the spirit world. Well, I got some more intel that's very transparent, and hopefully this will be a blessing to you. Now, on my YouTube thumbnail, you see a picture of a lady. Well, that's Joan of Arc. Come to find out, this is a type of complex of spirit and syndrome that you can have if you're overly generous, overly compliant, yes person, people person, always doing extra stuff to the point that you in bondage and you weighted down. Now, this is intel on the Matrydom Complex, if I'm saying the word Matyr. Matyr. M-A-T-Y-R. Well, this is a complex. Now, Joan of Arc, if you know Joan of Arc, you know she was a soldier back in the day, and apparently she had some prophetic gifts. And she fought in the war, you know, in French and them other countries. And of course, if you know anything about her, you know, they apparently wasn't scared of her giftings, and she used to get dreams and visions, and she was very powerful. So, you know, instead of, you know, trying to find out more about, you know, how she flowed, she pretty much was burned to the stake. So, that's a quick little history on it. You can Google more information about her. But being a mater is somebody that sacrifices for a cause or for convictions and beliefs. Well, that's the Webster definition. Now, as you know, as the Lord had me, you know, praying and, you know, looking over your life, that's why it's important. Evaluate your life. Why you do stuff? Why you end up in situations, you know. And I found out being a matter can be a complex. You know, like they have people with, you know, bipolar complexes, you know, people with a, you know, God complex, or, you know, have different things in them psychologically that's not of God. Because, you know, God gives us a sound mind. God is not giving the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Well, if you have this complex, it's on my thumbnail, a Martyrdom Complex, these are some of the signs that you may be operating in it. Now, if you are overly generous to the point of bondage, this is the complex, Martyrdom. If you overly always people pleasing, always saying yes, 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 when you need to be saying no, you may be dealing with this complex. And I'm going to tell you part of my testimony. If you have been dealing with burn yourself down, feel like you're being obligated to do everything for everyone, and this could be in your home life, this could be in your work life, and this could be in ministry and church. Anywhere where you overextending yourself to the point that it starts affecting your mental health, your physical health, and your personal health and your life, you may be dealing with this complex. And this could come from helping people too much financially, naturally, spiritually. You can overextend yourself to the point of operating in this. Now, this type of martyrdom is not the one where the disciples, like 12 disciples, you know, not the 12th one. Judas, he got replaced because you already know his story. If you don't, read the Bible about Judas and, you know, the one that betrayed Jesus and caused him to be crucified, but that was for our benefit. But anyway, back to the subject. The disciples died for the cause. You know, there's people that sacrifice their lives for a particular cause. But in this particular complex, you are suffering to the point that you being so self-sacrificing, so selfless, so trying to, you know, be the hero and shero in everybody's life, that it starts to cause bondage and cause things to happen that's not of God. Now, I'm a people person. I like helping people. And I can help people to the point that I don't say no. And I need to say no. I can burn myself down thinking I'm obligated to help people. And sometimes, I know some people have heard this expression, taking people kindness for weakness. And sometimes, if you're one of those people that's very generous, reliable, dependable, you know, sometimes they think you being so extra kind that they can operate in usury and manipulation with you. And this comes from personal experience. When they think you gonna just do it because you a nice person, because you're a kind person, Are you in fear of rejection, fear of being ostracized, or fear of disappointing people? And fear not being there for people. It's fine to be there for people, but you don't do it to the point of where you suffering, where you're mentally, drained, physically, spiritually drained, because you keep doing it to the point of there's no balance. Now, I know the fruit of the Spirit. One of the fruit is long-suffering. Well, having the Matrydom Complex is long-suffering to the point that it's bondage. Because God's yoke is easy and his burden is light. You're not supposed to suffer for other people's mistakes. You're not supposed to be long-suffering for other people's decisions for a long period of time, and God doesn't give you the release. Sometimes we put on our own suffering of other people. Sometimes we put sufferings that God did not give us. That their problem becomes your problem. Now you burden it down and you weight it down. This is the Matrydom Complex. Now, some of the signs, I gave you some of the signs. Some of the signs that you may be dealing with is that you always help people out. Financially, especially. I'm going to give an example. Because a lot of the Matrydom Complex is you dish out your finances, dish out your provisions, dish out your resources to the point that you got bills to pay, but you can't pay it. Because you've been helping everybody else. Your car breaking down because you playing Uber and taking everybody everywhere. Because you ain't taking care of yourself. You constantly doing this and this, 5 million different things, and you have a life, but you can't get to your life, enjoy your life, because you getting phone calls, you getting this text here, you getting this email here, you getting this person here, pulling you from the north, south, east, and west. And you don't get time for yourself. That's overburdening yourself. When you saying yes, or you try to, there's another one here. When people drop the ball at work, church, ministry, or even family, you decide you're going to pick up the plate. Then you realize you've taken on too many plates. And people assume you just going to take on the plate. They'll just go ahead and just let you do it. And use you until there's nothing left of you. Now, there's some repercussions and there's some consequences when you operating in this type of Matrydom Complex. One is frustration. Next, confusion. Then you get mad. Then you get angry. Then you can sometimes get resentful. Then you start getting weighted down physically. Emotionally, you start being like disheartened, discouraged. Then you might start getting physical symptoms. Headaches. I had headaches a whole lot. I didn't realize all these headaches came from the pressures I had put on myself. This can raise your blood pressure up. This can raise other ailments in your body. You can start getting your body literally out of whack because you're doing too much for people. And that's such a thing. Because God, you said, use wisdom. He's supposed to be the Jehovah Jireh. When you in the Matrydom Complex, you acting kind of Jehovah Jireh-ish. And I start realizing I didn't die on the cross for nobody. I'm not Jesus. John be like him, but I'm not. Trying to save everybody, provide for everybody, help everybody, deliver everybody. You can't do that. Because it starts to take a physical toll on your body. Now, for example, headaches. Got to go to chiropractor because my back hurting, knee hurting. Then after that, you start feeling like you're not being appreciative, being appreciated by people. Then you start feeling like, why am I keep doing this? Then it's no longer a joy in doing what you were doing because you did it to the point where the joy is gone because God didn't say do all that. Then you're feeling like you can't stop doing it because if you do, you're scared that they're going to shut you down, kick you out, block something. And nobody can block nothing. No devil, no person in hell. Nobody can block what God has for you. And if they reject you because you can't help them no more, if they hurt you, betray you, or shut themselves off from you, or ostracize you, or reject you, oh well. It's rather have a peace of mind, your health, and your wealth intact than do it to the point where you have no health, no wealth, no provisions, and you sick all the time because you've been helping. Now, this intel came because I was praying and inquiring of the Lord. Because I said, Lord, what is this issue I got? When I'm trying to save everybody, help everybody to the point where I'm frustrated, I'm burdened down. I'm feeling like I'm yoking. I'm in prayer time rebuking false burdens, false heaviness, false obligations, false bag. Why am I doing this, Lord? And I noticed something. I said, my mama does this. Because she texted to me. She be helping everybody to the point where she mad and upset. You know, taking care of her husband who's, you know, slightly disabled. Then she helping Pookie, Ray Ray, and Bubba and their family. And I'm wondering, where is this stemming from? Because my mom had the same issue. She just texted me all the people she helped, my 10 plus people. Because my mom is very generous when it comes to finances. But then they keep on pulling. And she getting mad and upset. Now I was like, Lord, what is this? Because I had the same issue. So you got to check sometimes generational. Why are we like that? Lord, why? So I kept on inquiring the Lord for the past few weeks. So this is some fresh intel from last week, literally. And I said, Lord, it's something about this. What is it called? You know, it's more than being over generous, doing too much. I know there's a, word. Lord gave me Matyr. Matyr. I Googled it. Matyr. Then I saw the complex. And then I realized this is what I've been doing, Lord. I've been doing all this. I'm not trying to be no saint to nobody. I'm not trying to be martyr. Here lies Elise Lachelle Shedd, dying before her time, trying to make history to everybody. And now I'm in the road to recovery and restoration. Because once I found out, I denounced that. I renounced that. And then I have to use wisdom and learn the power of 2 letters. No. No, I cannot do that. Oh, well. If they get upset. Oh, well. Then you have to set boundaries. So here is the solutions. If you've been dealing with this, Lord helping me out to help others. Intel. You got to set boundaries. Sometimes you have to remove yourself out of the environment or the situation. You got to set boundaries. Don't tell everybody where you doing, where you at, and how this going, because they got monitoring spirits. People, especially those who have been using you and abusing you, and been leeching and mooching and looching. No, I just made it up. Then you got to set boundaries. You might have to remove yourself. Another one, you have to, limit your engagement with these people. That's family members, church members, whatever. Work folks, co-workers, former friends. You got to limit. Sometimes you have to eliminate completely. As the Lord leads you. Another one is self-care. Then you got to start caring for yourself. Then you got to see all the damage you did to yourself and have God reverse it. Because you don't want to go to the point where you been so burdened down, stressed out. Well, this lady I saw on TikTok that my best friend showed me that she had been so traumatized and so stressed out from abuse and misuse and all that. And now she got physical problem where she can't stop moving her legs and body. No, ma'am. It will manifest physically if you do not take care of yourself. So another thing is self-care. Rest, relax, massages, take care of yourself more. Pray, study, do stuff you like to do. And I remember I told you, no is a powerful word. Rhymes with my mom say, rhymes with her toe. No, when she used to tell me when I asked her for something. That's another one. Set boundaries, practice self-care. And also another thing, ask God to restore you mentally, spiritually, and naturally and physically, and use wisdom. Now, I'll put on this link here because every symptom, everything I saw on there, I said, Lord, I've been doing that. I don't know, ma'am. That's why the Lord revealed. I inquired, Lord, what's going on with me? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? I told you that's how I broke out that ancestral witchcraft of my family. So you have to inquire the Lord. I'm gonna put the link so you can see all the symptoms. If this is you, ask the Lord how to deal with it. And how to get out of it. Once you get out of it, learn the power of no. Set your boundaries and care for yourself. You can't do everything for everybody. You can't get yoked up and bound up by other people's problems and decisions. Like my mother loved to say, your bad planning is not my emergency. You can't bail everybody out. We can't save everybody. They got to rely on God just like everybody else. They got to reach out to God just like everybody else. So that's my intel on this complex. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to this channel. I got more intel. But this intel, the Lord we had to share this one. This was a little lengthy, but I'll put the link from Healthline, Medline, because I Google everything. Everything the Lord tell me to do, Google. And it's going to tell you, if this is you, get started on your road to recovery and tell people no.